Hi, I'm Jaime Hunt, and this is Dear Jaime, a video series where I answer real questions from higher ed marketers and communicators. Today's question, how do you lead marcomm centralization efforts without losing trust, morale, or your best people? I have been through this 3 times. I've been successful in some ways, and I have been unsuccessful in other ways, and I've learned lessons every time, and I am happy to share them with you. We often think about centralization as being purely a structural shift, but it really is more than that. It's an emotional shift, a cultural shift, and a political shift. And if you're not leading with empathy and transparency, you risk losing the very things you're trying to strengthen: trust, morale, and that cohesion of the team. I've been through this process, and here are some of the things that I've learned. The most important, perhaps, is to be honest about what's broken and what isn't. Don't begin your centralization pitch by throwing those decentralized team members under the bus. Many of them have been doing fantastic work, and they've been doing it under difficult conditions. Maybe they don't have the resources that the centralized team has, or maybe they don't have leadership that fully understands marketing. Acknowledge what is working with those team members and paint a really clear-eyed picture of what isn't. The fragmented messaging, brand inconsistency, lack of coordination, waste of time and resources, but don't ever throw those communicators under the bus for those things. This is also a place where data can help. Show the overlap, show the gaps, and show how these disconnected strategies confuse our audiences. Then pivot to, here's what we could be doing together. It's also really important to treat people like people and not pawns. Not everyone, in fact, a lot of people are not going to be excited about the shift. And that's okay. You need to listen to their concerns and acknowledge their very real fears. They're worried about losing autonomy, access, or influence. And that is probably likely going to be the case. Don't dismiss those concerns or just say, okay, but we need to do this. It also can be helpful to bring those communicators into the planning process as early as possible, especially those folks that are in the newly centralized group. Help them shape the mission and the vision of this new team and give them some ownership of the work and the workflows and the wins. Ask them what has made their work successful in the past and find ways to preserve those conditions. It also can be really helpful to be as transparent as you can be. People can handle difficult conversations. What they struggle with is spin or silence. If you know roles are going to change or be eliminated, or if workload is going to be pushed or bumpy, acknowledge it. And I guarantee all 3 times that I've done this, workloads have been stressful afterwards. Some people are taking on additional work. Some people are taking on different work. Work just shifts and changes. And that can be really stressful for people. It's really important to acknowledge that and to say, we're going to get through this together. It's also, I think, helpful to say when you don't know the answer to about something. If you just say everything's going to be perfect and wonderful and beautiful, people are not going to trust you because it's not going to be. Transparency is really the only way to earn trust in these times of uncertainty. It's also critical to share not just what is changing, but why. Explain decisions and create spaces for dialogue around those decisions. And then invest in your culture. One of the biggest risks with centralization is losing the identity of the teams being merged. So if you want to create this culture that you develop with intentionality and develop on purpose, you want to develop new traditions, co-create the values of the team, and let everyone, both centralized and the decentralized folks coming in, contribute to your internal processes. Everything from onboarding to how you manage projects to how you celebrate your wins. And even small gestures can matter. Consider renaming the whole department so everyone feels equally new to it. And design physical and digital spaces that reflect this new blended team. And seriously, please resist the temptation to reference how we used to do things. Forward is the only direction that matters now. It's really important to remember centralization is not a one and done event. It's a multi-year evolution. You will make missteps. You'll discover assumptions that do not hold up, and you'll have to recalibrate your service model probably more than once. But it's really important to look at these things not as failure, but as growth and evolution. And be open to feedback, solicit it early, solicit it often, and build in mechanisms for continuous growth and improvement. Let your team see you evolve over time and model humility and flexibility so that people feel safe doing the same. Thanks for watching, dear Jamie. If you've got a question about higher ed marketing, leadership, navigating change, communications, send it my way. I would love to help. Until next time, keep busting silos.